Hello student. So let's start our discussion. In this tutorial series we will learn how to use pandas library. There are various libraries which are supported by Python, and using those library you can write code for various purpose, for example for machine learning, artificial intelligence, microcontroller programming. Then there is a game development, web development, desktop application development. Then web service. So lots of options are available. So here today we will try to discuss one of the very popular library that is used by the Python data science developer. Clear with this? Okay. Here uh, we will try to learn that how pandas can be helpful. Before starting with this, let me tell you that how to install Panda into the Jupyter notebook. Clear with this? Okay, so let's try to understand it. So for that, you have to go to the Anaconda Navigator. Now in Anaconda Navigator, here you can see we are having various options. Where to install the pandas? So for that you have to go to the environment, okay, and here in search package you just try to search, okay, pandas. Okay, so by default with Anaconda installation, pandas library is pre-installed, it is already installed. If it is not installed in your system, okay, here you go to this drop down, select all the packet, select all the libraries or all the component, and here select pandas. Okay, let's say I want to install panda SQL, so click on it. Okay, and then here click on apply. Okay, so whenever you will click on apply, then it will install that library. Okay, and then we can start working with the pandas. I hope you people are clear with this. Let's continue with our programming. So before starting the discussion on pandas, let me tell you that which are the various features of panda. So why panda is so popular? Some of the features of panda is like, let's say, uh, data loading. So what do you mean by data loading? So you can load various data type or various types of files into pandas. So which are those files? Let me give you some of the example. For example, CSV, then Excel file, yes, then GBQ file, JSON file, okay, then starter file, then table file. Okay, so SQL starter and SQL table. So SQL file, then clipboard. So various kind of file formats are supported by the pandas. So panda is having implementation. Using this implementation we can load the data into our environment and then we can use it. Now which are the other features? Other feature are data pre-processing. So what do you mean by data pre-processing? So let's say if you are having a tabular data and if you want to manipulate the data into certain ways, then using pandas you can do it. Okay, for example, let's say renaming column. Okay, if you want to rename any column, then let's say adding a new column or attribute. Okay, in terms of data science, this column will be identified as a attribute. Well, why? Because it will specify some behavior, or you can say characteristics of a particular object. Then let's say mapping is we can apply a function to entire column or to entire data set, then we can let's say perform some tasks which are related to uh, data, you can say missing data value. So handling the missing value into the data set, so that we can do. Then one more useful feature is, let's say, data selection. Okay, let's say if you are having 100 column, but out of 100 column you want to analyze only 50 column, then using Panda you can process the data and you can select the certain number of column from existing data set. Then another feature is attribute analysis. So attribute analysis means, let's say if you want to perform the analysis on a particular column, okay, that how many different kind of values are there, okay, is there any missing value or not, okay, what is the range of those value, okay, if you want to manipulate that column, then also you can do it. Then next is data summarization. So if you want to summarize the data, so then also you can use the pandas. Yes, let's say there are some missing value, and if you want to replace those missing value with a specific value, then also you can do it. Okay, if you want to create a new column, you want to append a new column to the existing data set. Let's say if you do not have sufficient number of column to perform the data analysis, okay, at that time you can do one thing, that you can prepare the next new column, and then you can attach with the data set for better learning, or you can say better training of an algorithm or model. Okay, these are the some of the features of pandas. Because of this it is used widely. Another feature is like, why people are preferring pandas. So panda is having a very powerful usage of NumPy library. Now this NumPy library is a specifically designed library for the you can say array, multi-dimensional array. Okay, so Panda will efficiently use this NumPy library for data manipulation. Why? Because ultimately all the data sets which we are going to use, those are you can say array, multi-dimensional array. So because of that reason, in most of machine learning application with Python, uh, pandas will be used as a container of data. So most of the time whatever data you will retrieve, okay, it will be stored into pandas data frame object, and then that data frame will be used to train the algorithm. Yes, so these are the some of the features of panda. So in this tutorial we will keep up to this. In next tutorial we will start working on the pandas library. Thank you.